This is your Mind, Body, and Soul Connections reading for August 24th, 2022. What we have here is you in the circumstance. This is them in the circumstance. And then here we have how it affects your mind, your body, and your soul. Okay? Now, with respect to you in this situation, it's clear that you're driven by emotion, although most people, if you were to ask them, would say that you're a very intellectual person and you're very practical, smart, quick, and so they don't really look at you as the emotional type, but it turns out that you're much more driven by emotion than people think. As far as they're concerned, this is the other person in this circumstance. They are entering your life soon. This is not somebody that you've met before. I feel like this is somebody that you're going to meet. They have a very strong work ethic, but they do kind of carry a little bit of baggage. But don't we all, right? So it's one of those things you have to kind of consider, and weigh those differences, those variants. As far as its effect on your mind, body, and soul, the idea here is that there seems to be a little bit of, mentally speaking, an attraction to this person initially that is on a mental level, not a physical one. So what we're looking at is that when you first meet this person, you're not going to immediately be drawn to them in this fashion. It's going to be more other reasons that attract you. As far as body is concerned, we have judgment. And in this circumstance, what I actually see is something a little different here. This is the idea of there being health issues, but those health issues are related to behavior. Like, they're not hereditary or genetic, but these are rather based on behavior. An example would be smoking or alcoholism or eating certain foods that aren't really the best. These types of things. Look out for that, and because it can have a negative effect on the relationship and on your ability to interact on that level. Now, on the soul part here, we have justice. What this refers to really is your slowness to trust, okay? Which is not a bad thing. That's actually a very good quality, but this is kind of where that comes from. This is sort of the idea of where you come from karmically, right? Inequality really bothers you. It's really important to you. Fairness is really important to you. And this is, any kind of inequity that you may consider in your circumstance, you're going to work toward correcting, right? The side effect of that, though, which also ties into your mind card, is the idea that can lead to hyperactivity, obsessive compulsive behavior, attention deficit, these types of things. Now, the thing I see that's important here, though, is that those things are not genetic. They're based on outside influence that is behavioral, meaning that it could be, for an example, I know a lot of people who excessively use marijuana, and it affects them in a lot of different ways, emotionally, mentally, physically, along with the benefits, right? But they kind of ignore the negatives. And so you should kind of consider that, because you may be going through some things that could very easily be corrected, or the burden could be eased with just a simple change in your behavior, okay? And with respect to the relationship, there's a lot of ups and downs here that come from how you're approaching this situation. Are you looking at it from a level of lust? Are you looking at it from a level of practicality? The way you act is practical, but the driving force behind those actions is not. And so that is an important lesson here when you consider this person. They're coming soon in the near future, and may not be the best for a long-term relationship. And so just consider that, okay? Anyway, that said, if you'd like any further specific advice on something like this or otherwise, just give me a buzz or a text message, or you can email or direct message, and we can discuss more specific details. All right, so we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye now.